Welcome to the L.S.D podcast. I'm joined by David and Lewis. Say hi, fellas.
Hi.
For this shit to be over.
And special guest, Saul, who's a little sick.
Hey,
say hi, Saul.
thanks for having me, and thank you for special social distance podcast. So,
No problem.
Yeah,
Sorry you couldn't make it to the office because we just renovated.
No,
we got a hot tub. It's real nice,
fine.
but
I
it's
wouldn't
okay.
pass the big sexy bouncer who scans your forehead anyway. I wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, thanks for having me. My family and I have a couple of cats. We sit down, we watch the podcast.
It's been nice having you. Thank you for being a guest today. We'll see you next time.
Yep, bye.
Okay, see ya.
Anyway.
So, fellas.
Hello.
I kind of had two things I actually wanted to talk about.
Well, that's
on this
weird.
podcast.
A plan?
Yeah, I had shit. I have shit for this one.
Oh.
Okay.
The first one is Ninja's tweet.
What?
What?
I don't know if y'all saw this.
I saw it.
But his tweet is, I'm in the middle of carrying a League of Legends game, about to close it out. And my braless wife brings me a sandwich, not asked for, with chips, and I get a double kill bot lane. How was your day going?
Yo,
Wow.
my dude is living the dream, bro. Oh my god! I'd be terrified if I turned around and there was big old titties just poking me in the eyeballs and a sandwich there. I'd be a little bit confused, especially if I'm deep into my League of Legends game, about to get a double kill. Probably could have been a triple kill.
I really wish every millionaire tweets like this. I wish it's just like a staple. Just to really fucking throw all the lower class people off.
When I read, I think what happened in this guy's in Ninja's League game is he was getting bullied by a 12-year-old, so he had to flex that he has a wife who makes him sandwiches.
And he doesn't even have to ask for them, dude.
Yeah.
He said he was the real ninja, and that person just started bullying him.
I feel like this to say how good your day is going and then say how is your day going on Twitter, especially right now, is a fucking weird thing to do. There's probably someone that's I can't fucking breathe. And then they die reading that tweet.
They died because of fucking COVID, but thank God.
Thank God. Their final
now
thought.
I know Ninja's wife has boobs.
Oh God. That's very
Imagine
epic.
your final thought being Ninja's wife's boobs.
On one part on that tweet, kind of wholesome. He got a wife that loves him. Whatever.
Okay.
9 parts. It's very weird. What?
It just comes off weird, a weird flex to me.
Why do I care? I don't.
Some of the comments, some guys responded saying, well, my fiance comes in naked and sucks my fucking cock, Ninja.
I saw that one.
God. Good lord. I don't even have a wife.
See, that's your problem.
That's understandable.
Honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be your wife.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds like a terrible job.
It's not a job.
You'd forget to show up to the wedding.
It's a blessing, Lewis.
Gotta remember
That's what
all your passwords.
That's what marriage is. That's what marriage is. That's in my vows. Remember all my passwords. Please.
Actually, getting David a wife could be optimal. Because if we get him a wife, we could have her remind him to do stuff.
We could have her on the podcast instead.
Yeah.
That's true.
The D will stand for David wife.
Honestly.
All right. We'll work on it.
He's getting a wife, Pog.
Poggers.
It's happened, boys. We did it.
Yeah.
But first, I want another cat.
Why?
Oh my God.
Luna not good enough for you?
She's just annoying.
Hello?
What the fuck?
She's a senior now. Why the
Gone
fuck?
for 2 weeks, and I come home, and the first thing she does is run over to the food bowl, stare at me, and go, meow. Little bitch.
She's hungry.
Yeah.
I don't care.
She's not eaten for 2 weeks.
I want a hug.
We talk all this shit about how fucking cats are like bastards and just use you for food and shit. And you're like, no, my cat's great. She's lovely. And then you get home after 2 weeks.
She changed while I was
and
gone.
she's just the same.
I've been gone for a week at one point, and she didn't care. She said, "I love you, David," but I'm gone for 2 weeks, and it's too much for her. She just can't handle it.
She has to move on with her life.
Bro,
Yeah.
she probably
doesn't know
sees
if
you
you're
like
gonna be
taking a
back.
piss.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the first things she did. It's kind of funny whenever I'm like taking a piss or whatever. If there's nobody else around, leave the door open. Fun thing to do. She
Also,
always walks over and watches. What?
You gotta remember, she doesn't fit in your shoe anymore. I don't think she fits in many things anymore.
Apparently, not even into my heart or my life.
That bitch huge.
No, I still love that cat. She's just kind of always been an asshole, and I've lied about it.
The second thing I wanted to talk about might take a bit longer, but like, what's the scariest thing like y'all have ever happened in your life? Not like and by scariest I mean like paranormal or like spooky, like
Oh.
I almost drowned when I was 3.
stuff like that. That's not paranormal.
not
David.
Oh! I think you said not paranormal.
God.
Oh,
Don't
good
bring
lord.
the trauma up. Fuck that.
Sorry.
You mean
Okay.
spooky ghosts?
I actually do have one, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, the night was October 1, and
Alright.
okay, no.
Calm down.
So the story goes a little bit like this. My house has beds, as you all may know, or maybe not. But
What?
there's beds in this house, and people sleep in them.
That's
That's
crazy.
insane. Jeez.
My
Jeff Bezos over here
I
flexing.
know,
Fucking
right,
hell.
bro? So how's your day going? Okay, let's actually break it down, because this is, Massachusetts is a scary place with a lot of fucking dead old people. All right, let's go back.
Emphasis on
There's a road nearby called Dudley Road, and Dudley Road is apparently the site of a sunken nunnery. It's kind of like urban legend, but apparently once upon a time there was a nunnery nearby, and somebody broke out of like a jail or a hospital and killed all the nuns, and eventually the nunnery just closed down and sunk into the ground it was like a big house. And ever since, like, all that shit, like, people, every time they go through there, they get like really fucking weird vibes, and teenagers go there and carves like little eyeballs onto the trees. And one of the people to do that was my fucking sister, who went and carved a couple little cute little eyeballs onto one of the trees. And a couple weeks after that, comes home, bada bing bada boom, every time people lay down in a bed. Actually, that's not true. Sometimes when people are laying down in beds in my house, and it hasn't happened since she moved out, but the beds would shake inexplicably. No other beds in the house, nothing else would. And they would all shake at different intervals. Like someone was at the end of the bed, like fucking pushing it. And it would freak the shit out of me. And so, like, every time it would happen, I'd run downstairs and be like, "Yo, Ma." That's not what I would say. That sounds stupid.
Hey, yo, ma.
Hey, yo, ma.
No, I'd say, "Ma, is the bed shaking?" She'd be like, "No." Is your bed shaking? I'd be like, "Oh." And we didn't even, like, communicate about it. So, like, the first time it happened, I went downstairs and I was like, "Mom, my bed's shaking," freaking me out a little bit. And she was like,
There's an earthquake.
"That's happened to me many years ago." And then my sister moved out and it stopped. But she also apparently went back and found the tree and, like, carved the eyeballs out.
Checked
She
it on
was scared
fire.
about it.
She fucking burnt it. Wait, have you checked in on your sister since you banished her out of the house?
Yeah.
You took the curse with her.
About that.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. I talked to her like a couple days ago.
Oh, there we go.
Her job is now shaking people.
Now she has a lot of tattoos. But go on.
Professional bed shaker.
She's just really good at hiding and shaking beds.
Yeah, that's what she does.
She
One of her-
climbs
one of
under
her 3
mattresses and shakes. Anyway, that's mine.
Terrifying.
Oh,
Wow.
actually, real quick, not paranormal, but once upon a time, my sister left for some reason and left her, like, everything as it was upstairs, and all of a sudden I heard, like, what sounded like tribal drums upstairs, like... I was like, what the fuck is that? I ran upstairs, dude, I shit in my pants. I thought there was a ghost going fucking sicko mode with that odd time signature, and I went, and her hamster was on the wheel.
Oh.
Thank God you paraphrased me, not paranormal. I wouldn't have been able to decipher that one.
Yeah.
Go on. So that's my stories.
I have a few small paranormal stories, but there's one, it's not paranormal, but I was tricked into believing that it was. I just want to tell this story because it brought back trauma.
Go on.
Nice.
Me and my brother used to visit our grandparents at the same time, like after school, and we'd sit there just like next to each other, just a bit bored, for a couple of hours. And my brother started doing a thing where this was when Snapchat filters first came out. Do you know when everyone was doing that dumb open your mouth and a rainbow flies out and it felt like the future?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were taking pictures of each other, but because my brother's a massive fucking bellend sometimes, he'd take the pictures of me and then run it through a shitty like Android app he had where you could edit in a ghost in the background, and he did this, taking pictures and put just like reflections on the window behind me of like faces for about 3 months, and showed me, like each time like faces behind me.
What a dick.
Like weeks apart. So this happened probably like there was a good like 10 pictures of me just with demons in the back. And then there was one time he just went overboard and just did, like a full grown person just standing right behind me.
Oh.
And I started crying, and then my granddad forced my brother to tell me what he was doing because I was saying that I was going to call the police.
Oh my god.
I was so close.
Too, bro.
But yeah, just the idea that went on for like fucking like 10 pictures worth, where I looked at it and it genuinely stuck in my head like, oh, well, there's fucking demons here in this house.
That would have freaked me the fuck out, because, like, I don't know if you guys have ever taken just, like, a picture in a dark room of whatever, and, like, or just of yourself, like any selfie or anything, and, like, I always shit my pants thinking there's going to be something in the background. Even when I streamed, like, if I'd look in the background, I'd be freaked out that there'd be somebody there.
I remember one time we were playing, like, Siege or something late at night, and I just said, David, what the fuck is that in your background? You
hated you for that. I hated you for that. You fucker. I looked around for like 12 minutes.
I remember like randomly taking a picture. Do you know when you just take a picture of like the ground or some shit when you want to respond to somebody's Snapchat?
Oh yeah.
I took a picture near the window and it was definitely a reflection, but I remember zooming in and actively being like, what is that? Because it looked like Clank from Ratchet and Clank sitting in my window. I'll actually try and find it, because straight up I remembered there was no discernible source of what it was, but
it was just Clank, bro.
It looked like Clank was just sitting outside.
I have like the worst like mental image of what that looks like.
I'll try and find it.
Why is that so funny to me?
It was horrifying for me.
Just sitting there smiling.
I feel so bad for Saul, bro. This man's been followed by fake ghosts his whole life.
Exactly. I've got my demons in my head that only show up on pictures.
I'm looking at...
Goddamn.
When you look up Clank from, like, Ratchet and Clank, I just imagine that, like, first image loading up. The first one of him just kind of standing there like he's doing...
David?
Huh?
Oh, no.
What?
You cut out mad hard.
Oh, shit in my penis.
Excuse me.
I mean, I'm still recording on Audacity. I don't know how that's possible. Anyway. No, but the first picture I looked up on Ratchet Clank, it looks like he's about to start doing, like, the cha-cha, and so that's all I imagine in your window.
About to cha-cha slide on that ass.
For real.
Goddamn.
What about you, Lewis?
Couple. I'm gonna start off with the one that's not paranormal, but for a good bit I thought it was. So back, I used to like live in this house, the family house in the middle of fucking nowhere with like my mom and dad. Our downstairs neighbors were the landlords, and the wife of the landlord. She didn't like me because I owned a BB gun.
Oh.
And
I mean,
also she was
fair.
a cop, so that's why I say a cab.
Oh, bad. Same.
She's a bitch. But yeah. In that house, it was kind of like old and shit. So like occasionally you'd hear like creaks of like probably like wind or like something settling or like a rat. I don't fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
But there was an abandoned apartment above us. And apparently that was my dad doing stuff occasionally where I'd hear like a lot of creaking at night. But I guess he heard that I freaked out about it, and then one day, like I went at like 3 a.m. to go get like fucking Capri Sun or some shit, and I heard the creaking on our floor. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck is that, dude? And I kept walking. It's dark and I can't see shit. And I just see this white thing pass by me, and instinctively I punched at it.
Bruh.
Oh?
And all I heard was my father go, "Aye!" And I punched him square in the nose.
Bro.
And he was...
That's what he gets for messing around.
I think you've told me this story before.
Yeah, I have. It was him in a fucking white sheet, looking kind of racist. But, you know.
No.
So he deserved it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Don't know if that was a bed sheet or he was just doing some stuff on the side. I don't know.
Oh my god.
No, but like, he just like ran around with like a bed sheet on him with like 2 holes to see where he was. And I was like, you dickhead.
Hell.
I'm glad he had the holes to see who he was. Is this before he started going blind or after?
This is after.
Wait.
I mean, he's
That's dangerous, then.
he's only half blind.
So, do you mean like half blind, like both eyes are a little blurry, or half blind,
No,
like one
one-
eyeball?
One eye gone.
So wait, are you saying he could have just had the one eyeball hole in the sheet if he wanted
Probably, but like that fucking...
to? That would have been more scary. And
That would have been.
It's not like he can't see anything out of the other eye. It's he can
Oh.
only see colors. He can't make out shapes.
Oh, really?
I bet that's I bet that
That's
feels
trippy
nice,
as
doesn't
fuck.
it?
You
SMH.
should do some psychedelics and close his good eye and just watch the colors.
I'm not gonna see it. Like,
Yeah.
do you mean give the psychedelics to my father? Because
That's what I meant. No, I was talking. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about you.
You said you should take some psychedelics
not.
and close my
Yeah.
eyes. So I was like, I'm not.
I thought no.
that won't really work for me.
I meant him. Maybe it's just like the kaleidoscope bias, genetic, runs in the family kind of thing.
I mean, I'm half blind in one eye.
yeah.
Whoa! Really?
Not yet.
Maybe one day.
It's just
Anyway.
We'll
like
start working on that.
it's different from my father. So like,
What's scarier than ghosts? Genetic deformities.
that's right.
Honestly.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's a story of how my dad tried to freak me out with ghosts, and he got the whiff punish for it.
Yeah.
But
It sound deserved.
yeah, it hell deserved. But fucking, I'll do it again without the sheet.
Oh shit. Without the
Shit,
reason.
bro. There's always a reason.
Would lose his dad, maybe.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
I won't know it till it happens. But yeah. The other story. So, you know how like people have like fucking clairvoyant shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, me and my sisters and like my mom, we all have like clairvoyant dreams once in a while that is just like, oh shit, signs. And like, I don't really believe in that shit, but like, even for me, it's like really like coincidental. So I'm like, maybe I'm just smart as hell, and then I do something stupid. I'm like, that ain't it.
Nope, not it.
Yeah. So I don't know, but one One time I was having clairvoyant dreams about some accident happening. With like a garage. It turned out it was like someone like fucking like broke in and like stole everything from my father. It was just like a mess. And like I was having those dreams for a while. But then one day, like, I wasn't having like a dream about anything that was clairvoyant. It like took a 180 and like it was me like getting up from my bed in the middle of the night and I looked out my window and my neighbor, who I was great friends with, fucking meteor crashed in their house. It was all this crazy shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like it was just like it was just like hell, just rain, like literal hell rained down and shit, and that freaked me out. And like I woke up and I was like shitting my pants, and that dream kept happening pretty much for a while. And I was like, the apocalypse happened. It's like 2011. I don't know. Fuck, maybe they're right.
That movie was right.
Yeah, like I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like I was just having like really terrible like nightmares. But the thing was, I started noticing a pattern with my nightmares, and it was every time at like a certain time of the night, like around before I went to bed, I'd smell like incense, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Because I started noticing it, and common in like Santeria witch shit is like you smell like incense burning, but there's no incense. Someone's putting a curse on your ass.
Shit.
Bro.
So like, I
I
was
was
like,
plug my nose.
yeah, I was like, who the hell's putting a curse on me? Or some shit. And like, years later, when like, I found out stuff about like, what my dad was doing with like other women and shit. Bunch of those women, witches, like Santeria witches.
Oh,
and
fuck.
they all knew about me. So like, fucking, I still don't believe in like that shit fully,
I don't know, bro.
but like,
Yeah.
it was like, man, I'm having all these nightmares about the world ending and shit. And every time I smelled incense, and it's like a sign that if you smell it, it's from like a Santeria witch. So I was like, oh, okay.
Were they just mad at your dad?
No, they wanted him to like divorce from my mom.
So they attacked your little child ass.
They put a curse on your house.
I mean, that shit didn't work. Like, I was already depressed. What the fuck was it gonna do?
Honestly. You get free incense. You don't even have to light up.
At least my dreams are exciting now.
Yeah. All that taught me how to do was how to lucid dream.
Oh, shit. Yo, you should thank them.
Nice. That's a win.
Because I was so sick and tired of having those nightmares. I like lucid dreamed, and in that nightmare, I stopped the world ending, and then I like got ice cream and like hung out with like Jerry Springer.
That's the saddest
hell
thing
yeah.
I've ever heard in my life.
And then I like fell too fast and woke up.
That upsets me, because I used to go, well, there was like a good 2 or 3 years where it was weird. I spoke to therapists about it. Apparently it's like a trauma blocking thing where like your brain will just work overtime, innit? During night. And like, I used to pretty much be on the verge of lucid dreaming, but it always, every single time, turned into sleep paralysis.
Oh.
Worst.
Yeah, and I used to have this... See, this is one thing I don't understand about... Our brains will never truly understand our brains because they're so fucking crazy and powerful. Like,
yeah.
I literally had this, like, inbuilt in my head. If I didn't sleep in a certain way, pretty much, you know, like a mummy, do you know where your arms are, like, crossed across your chest? But in each hand, I had the corners of a blanket. So it was like I wrapped myself like tight, like cocoon pretty much. And if I didn't sleep like that, like every single time, I'd either have sleep paralysis or one of these like weird trauma dreams where I used to accidentally hurt myself in my sleep whilst it was happening. Which I've never fucking heard of, but I have like one vivid memory of one of these dreams because it fucking terrified me.
Wait, is it almost like sleepwalking, or?
No, like I don't move, like I don't wake up in a different place other than like sometimes I'll be like on the ground next to my bed. But there was one time it was literally just this weird dream where, because it all starts in my house, like every single one of my dreams started in my house. That's why it was so easy to slip in sleep paralysis, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this time where I finally like fought it, actually got up out my bed, then opened my bedroom door, and I was just instantly in like a jet black forest. And then I saw like jumping off the trees, almost like fucking Wendigos.
What the fuck?
Do you know, like human size, but they had like faces of a wolf and stuff. Just with giant claws, and they were like jumping from tree to tree, chasing my like 7-year-old ass. And I remember
that's what we get for playing Slendy Tubbies.
Dude, for real.
I remember actually feeling pain when I got grabbed. Like it was on like my like both arms, and then I woke up when I got bitten on the neck. And I don't know whether, because I remember even speaking to like my counsellor about what it was, because I've still got a scar on my arm where I woke up and I had like an actual cut on my arm. And like my neck was like, I was raspy as fuck. And my counsellor was like, oh, that's just a like, trauma dream where you must have, do you know, like when you felt like you were being choked in the dream, that was you choking yourself in real life. And I'm like, what?
What the hell?
So the idea of me, a 7-year-old, like I scratched myself until now I've still got a scar, like 10 years later. And then I was strangling myself when I was having a dream about being strangled by a demon.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
That's fucked up. So I guess that's technically paranormal, even though that's probably just a brain thing in a human mind.
I feel like, I don't know.
It
I feel
still
like
freak me out.
I'm somebody who doesn't want to completely deny anything, but like I feel like most paranormal stuff is just you know, like little brain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who genuinely believe paranormal, and it's probably the same with like genuine people who like Facebook mums who love religion. I think they just need to open the mind and take some drugs and see what actually power their mind has, and then they'll realise that, hey, our brains do just fill in these blanks anyway, so like it's probably not all the good book and the good books the correct way. Our human brains are just so fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I do kind of believe in like spirits and like ghosts and stuff, because like if you look into a lot of hauntings, there's stuff that like I can't begin to explain it. Like if you look up the Enfield haunting, it was an 11-year-old girl making this insane like voice that sounded like my grandpa.
What?
And it like
Ew.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not.
And like there's like there's this thing that would happen, like it would like throw like marbles and Legos, but like when the marbles they'd hit the ground, they wouldn't bounce and they wouldn't roll. They would just stop like the moment they hit the ground, and they tried recreating it over and over again, and it's shit like that where I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's like a different universe where Kevin from Home Alone got murdered.
He's like, I'll get him
for
this time.
eternity. Traps
A
his
real
arm.
Kevin show.
But
I'm
it's
not trying to say that like paranormal stuff doesn't. I'm just saying that most of it, I think, is like.
Oh yeah, a lot of it can just.
But
be,
I definitely agree that there's things that are like not possible to explain, and then like sometimes it might be that, but sometimes it might also be like the like filling in the gaps thing, and then once in a while you'll see a marble fly by without any explanation, and you're like, all right, Kevin.
I just
Like,
it's stuff like when you hear stories of like, 11-year-olds or like, children haunting. How come you never hear or see about a ghost wearing like a My Chemical Romance t-shirt or some shit? They're always
I
wearing
think they gotta age
fucking-
like a fine wine, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
wait, where are all like the '90s kids ghosts?
That's what
Exactly.
they gotta.
They literally don't want to be like bothered, so they're not going to make themselves known. They just
Do you
want to
think
be like,
people
Yeah,
were
they
just
might just
more
be trusted.
troubled back in the good old day?
Bro, kids got polio and shit, of course.
yeah.
I'm
Kids were
scared
actually
for
like,
like
I'm scared for the
200
COVID.
years for the future, because like, bro, Gen Z ghosts are going to be the most annoying cunts to deal with.
Sure.
There's going to be like haunted movies. Honey, did you hear that? We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite. What is that?
Just somebody frantically smudge sticking the entire house as the walls shake going.
You just hear like the wall shaking. You just hear, no crap.
You look in the mirror.
They get a
and
priest.
Oh my god.
Spirit, we condemn you back to hell. And then on the Ouija board, cap.
Do you know how like now there's like a common thing where people are scared if they look in mirrors that a different face will be looking back?
Yeah.
There's always
I'm
a
gonna-
different face looking back.
Oh, yeah, but wow, that's really cool, Lewis. Hope you've still got the curse on you, bro. But, fuck, what was I gonna say? No,
You got the
wait,
face, I'll kick her ass. I know what it is.
what I want to do, I want to probably just haunt one certain type of mirror, and I just want to make people do different Fortnite dances when they look in the mirror.
Honey, what did you? There's like a little preschooler who saw a ghost. They're like, "Honey, what do you see them do?" They start doing a perfect orange justice.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Do you think that because like trends and like mottos and memes and stuff change so drastically now? Do you think that like if somebody died right now and we're doing memes and shit as a ghost, that in like 60 years they'd see it and think it was like some alien language because it's so fucking
Probably.
strange?
Maybe they'll just view our really cool memes now as like what we see Nyan Cat as.
Yeah.
So they'll just be like, ew, cringe, get the fuck away, girl.
The baby gross.
I mean, the baby's cringe now. Like,
Yeah, it is. But just imagine having a ghost in your house going, "Spirits, is there anybody there?
Oh, they ask for your
Let's
name.
go."
And you
Let's go!
Who's in the house with me? And it just spells out the baby.
Spells out sleepy Joe Biden, and you're like, what does that mean?
Joe Biden, wake up.
give me hairy legs.
We live in a weird age because, like, back in the day, you know, you'd read about, you know, like a president or something, and it would come from, like, a paper book and, like, be like, oh, cool, that's facts. And then you'd go, I mean, like, obviously it's not, but then, like, nowadays, like, in about 100 years, somebody could open up the internet and go into, like, the Twitter archives and be like, Joe Biden, and then like look at all the like memes and like do you guys know the Facebook moms that like come up with like really fucking out there shit about every president depending on what side they're on?
Yeah.
There's people are gonna look at those someday and be so fucking confused what happened. There's no like
Oh,
definable
Because there's not a lot, I get what you mean, because there's like not really much drama when you research way back at like some of the first presidents, but now if people are looking at like, oh, what was Donald Trump like? The first things they'll see are like, oh, he grabbed people by the pussies. What?
When the loading starts, the shooting starts. What does that mean?
What is that in context? Do you guys remember when people thought Obama was the Antichrist?
Oh,
They thought he was.
That was my
They
favorite
think he
character.
still is.
People are gonna
What?
look back and be like, what happened to Obama?
Obama got given like a shit end of the stick where they were like, oh yeah, he forged everything. He forged his documents. He was
That was a
Satan.
weird time.
What do you call it? I think one of my favorite
I had
like political things that not a lot of people talk about was the amount of bribery John F. Kennedy did.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was like his whole campaign was based off of like I'm pretty sure it was like mostly like just lying as much as you could.
Not like he would pressure like entire states to like have police like almost like vet who voted.
Really?
Yeah, and if they were unlikely to vote for him, they would send them to a different area where either they would
Oh, that's right.
they would have so little people there that they just throw the votes out and no one would say a thing because he paid off everyone.
That's like how I play,
Yeah.
I play Tropico and I lose
That
in
is
like
exactly
3
how I
years.
play it, yeah.
Do you get
Can't say
assassinated?
Can't say karma's
Well, like-
not a thing.
The Kennedy family is mad fucked up. Like, if you've ever read into, like, what happened to Rosemary Kennedy, that's so, like, that's just heartbreaking.
What happened?
Because of how fucked up it is.
Wait, what happened to Rosemary Kennedy?
So when she was born, so like her mom was about to give birth to her, and the nurse was like, "All right, you gotta hold it in till the doctor gets here." Wait, to just hold it in, like to a pregnant woman.
Just cross
That's
your
not how
legs,
that
innit?
works. Yeah, hold your breath. But like even when the baby started coming, the nurse tried to push it back in, and
What the fuck?
what? Yeah.
Ugh.
And this led to her not getting enough oxygen, when she was born, which led to some insane, like, mental health defects,
Oh my god.
which, to make it even worse, so this was around the time where therapy and psychiatry, that wasn't it wasn't, like, a thing. It wasn't a science. If you were fucked up, you were just fucked up. They might electrocute you. That's about all you're getting.
Yeah.
Just like Mike
But-
Pence today.
Yeah, exactly. But the coming up science was lobotomy.
Whoa!
And yeah, and they gave Rosemary a lobotomy, and
Classic Spike.
it just fucked up her life. Like it was
How old
already
did she
fucked up
live
from.
to?
I think she died in 2008.
Are you
If I
serious?
remember right.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she lived a pretty long time, but she was never mentally. I think she was like mentally like a toddler,
That's
if I remember
sad.
correctly.
The Kennedys were really like born to be the most cursed.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of shit, yeah. That just like went on
Also,
with that family.
the resurgence of lobotomies, do you know, like when lobotomies were first a thing? It is almost insane thinking to how, like, we almost just went back to, like, Neanderthal techniques of ugging a brain and then just smashing into it and praying for the best, isn't it?
Yeah, just hit it with a rock and see what happens.
Yeah, just detach a few bits of brain, sew it back up, and then let's see. Oh no, they're dribbling even more, wobbling about. Oh shit, cool.
Do it again.
It's fucking insane.
Grog speaking Spanish. Me get Spike.
I remember there was one guy who got a lobotomy because they were trying to use it to cure his alcoholism, and I think it just made him get drunk faster.
Oh!
Yeah,
Wait, I want that to do that to me!
so he was just like, "Woo!"
Less liver damage, more saved money, let's go!
Exactly.
I can get drunk off half the whiskey.
He brings all his drunken friends and they're like, do that lightweight thing, please. Come on.
Give me the Spike.
Hit me with it.
Isn't it... Do you guys ever have just like a random like moment of realizing that we're just like carrying around this shell on top of our bodies that controls everything?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
if you, right now, what we could do, we could pause the podcast and both just headbutt the ground as hard as we can. We could all just headbutt the ground and then be zombies. That shit's weird. That's weird to fucking
We're all
think
just
about.
stupid meat puppets.
Exactly. But why
I've
is
been
it
like
at the
that,
top
bro.
of the... It's like the heaviest thing we have in our bodies. Well, not... I guess not me and Lewis. The heaviest thing we have
Yeah,
in
you
our
got some big feet.
Yeah, big feet. But why is it up there? It's like a constant. Like you see with babies. Like one of the main reasons babies don't get up and walk, I think, is because they have that fucking boulder on top of them that like weighs them up
So,
their asses
do you
down.
think that if we had our brains in our chest instead, it would be a better?
I think so. Well, not with. I think
I don't know.
I don't know.
We would have a really fucked up looking chest then.
no.
Yeah, but
Just
we
flatten it,
reorganize.
widen it out a little bit.
If you put like your heart in your head, I think that would make more sense.
I don't know though, because like if you fall over and hit your head, boom, heart attack time.
Yeah, but
Bro,
you
you
fall
get
over
punched-
and hit your head.
Hold up.
Fucking.
That's
concussion.
bullshit. People
you'd
get punched directly in the heart and are fine.
Yeah, but you have ribs and so you'd have to move the ribs.
You have a
Yeah, but
fucking
you have a
skull!
I know, but like ribs are better.
No, they're not.
See, also, I don't
wait, so
understand.
are you suggesting that the ribs would be better around the brain and that the skull would be better around the heart, or?
I think if the
There's just more meat in the torso area.
brain was in the chest, I think
more
we'll
protecting
evolve. We'd evolve like really cool armor rib cage
Yeah.
instead of what we have now, which like
Okay.
all it takes is like one slap to the stomach and one of those can detach. Rib cages need
yeah.
to be solid. I don't get the whole fucking bumpy, like just separate bones. Why is it not just two sheets?
It's so we can like.
That way, you're like,
we can, like, bend
all
better.
your stuff can fit around it.
Ew.
Also, there's.
I feel
room
like we
for,
could
if
easily,
something
like,
were to
replace that
swell.
cartilage.
I think that if anything underneath the ribcage could swell, it would actually have room to expand instead of hitting a solid wall.
Yeah.
There's like it has more space to.
Yeah, but it can just go under. Under and around.
You know what?
Fuck it. He's right.
Me and Lewis have IBS anyway. Nothing's gonna swell down there. It comes in, comes out within
Yeah.
like 3 bites.
Bloating, never heard of it. Been bloated all my life, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
Also,
Have you ever
I
been
never got to
unbloated?
talk about my paranormal
Go for it,
experiences.
homie.
Oh shit.
You bastard skipped me. I hate you.
Well, you're supposed
just-
to take your opportunity, bro.
yeah, like you look kind of boring. Like we expected it. Just,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know what
we
you're
were actually
listening.
hoping you'd forget.
I quit. Have fun getting this shit edited, assholes.
I'm not
what?
doing it.
Wait, why do I smell incense? What the fuck? Oh.
Oh fuck, wrong person.
I imagine you've got
They
like
both
a
start with
fucking-
S. It gets very confusing.
He's got like a wand. He just has to sort of guess which direction we are.
He has like 3 pictures on his desk, and one of them is Sam's like
Shit.
persona.
I'm pointing west. Fuck. Please.
Go
I
on,
don't smell
Sam.
any-
What spooky shit have you seen?
Get COVID.
So, so when I was like really little, like one time I was sleeping in my living room, and I woke up and there's like this thing on 4 legs with red eyes, just kind of looking at me, and it was just standing there, and then it walked away, and I fell right back to sleep.
Wait, what? Hang on.
Bro, that's a Minecraft spider.
Yeah, dude.
Wait a minute. Was it a dream?
What? No, it was real.
Wait, did you
Like, I woke up on the couch where I was.
do you have dogs?
and, like-
do you have cats? Did you?
I didn't have a dog then. It was about a week until I'd get my... No, not a week. Like, maybe like a month or two, I guess.
Yeah, I
before
was
I'd
gonna
get my
say
first dog.
that's
Do you have
that's
a,
God's way in
yeah.
saying don't get a fucking dog if it was a week
Yeah.
before.
Sam, do you have a skinny, funny sister?
What does that mean?
I have a sister, but she's not crawling on her fucking legs with red eyes at 3 a.m. David.
No, what David's asking is, was this before or after his sister was kicked out the house? Did he find a new family?
She scurried all the way like 10 states over to find me.
You will know my brother in the coming years.
Wait, so what was your reaction when you woke up? What did you tell your family? Did you?
No, because I didn't think it was like I just didn't know what to think about it. Like
What?
It didn't
So
harm
there was
me.
no screaming. There was nothing.
it didn't harm me. No, I just looked at him. It looked back at me, and then right when it looked back at me, I fell back asleep, and I was like, "Oh, it didn't hurt me, so I'm fine."
So you met a real life SCP. That wasn't a dream. You woke up, saw an SCP, then it knocked you out.
Sam manifested a
here-
fucking Minecraft spider. That's all I'm thinking.
Here's my theory about it.
Oh god.
So I suffer from hypnopompic hallucinations, which are
sounds like a-
hallucinations I see between like when I wake up and like when I wake up, sometimes I'll just see shit.
Oh, so
You
your
know.
brain's still like kind of dreaming.
Oh.
So yeah, I thought like I'm like thinking about it now. I'm like, oh, that must be it because like when I do now, I see like faces and spiders in my room, which is a horrible way to wake up.
I'm just gonna like if we ever like have a hotel room or something, I'm gonna wake up mega early and just like stand in front of your bed in like a top hat.
Right? No, no.
Fucking Babadook.
You wouldn't do this if one of us had fucking schizophrenia.
He probably would. To be
I
honest.
would. I
That's
hella would.
horrific.
I'm gonna put a cardboard cutout of Owen Wilson
Yeah,
in the room
you
and
go.
like just take it out when you pass back out.
Oh god.
You're gonna put 4 cardboard cutouts in the corner of the room.
just staring at each other with like a little baby crying in the center.
No, where'd you get the baby?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's actually just Sam. The cutouts are real, but Sam put the baby there.
So, fast forward till I think when I was like 18, 17, something like this. I woke up one night to see a little girl standing at the foot of my bed.
Uh-oh, you finna catch a
And-
case.
Instead of actually like falling back to sleep like I usually did, I started screaming. And my parents actually ran to my room because they're like, why the fuck is he screaming in the middle of the night? What the hell? And like when they opened the door, it was gone and whatever. And I was like, I don't know. I just saw something, had a weird dream. I'm going back to bed. I'm like, okay, whatever. And a few days, like my mom would try to like press me on about it, like what I saw, because like she was interested. Like, why did you wake up screaming? You know? And I just thought it was one of my hallucinations, so I didn't like put much stock into it. But then a few days, or maybe a few weeks, maybe a month after, my mom said she was in her bedroom and she heard the sound of a little girl singing, and like even my dogs had perked up when she heard it.
What'd you do?
Yo, you got a little girl hoodlum in your house.
Yeah, what would you do? if
Check
you
the
fucking
walls.
started fist fighting the demon, and then John Quinones walks in, and he's like, "Oh no, hold up,
I'm John
you got
Quinones.
told about your." I don't know
I
why.
haven't seen it since, but like that's like it shook me when I heard that story. I was like, oh god.
That's fucking insane, though.
But
Do you still?
I think
You're not in that house still, are you?
no, same house, same bedroom, all that.
Wow, good vibes. Good vibes,
Yeah,
don't
good
they?
vibes. Nothing's happened since though, but like I think it either went to my older sister's house or my next door neighbor's house.
Because then you
Because-
started hearing screaming at night from there.
Yeah.
Them being thrown around like Paranormal Activity against the wall.
I can sleep soundly knowing it's over there and not here.
Oh, couldn't be me as you took yourself back in bed.
But the reason I think it like I don't know, I don't think maybe it's just some like other thing going on. But I watch my next door neighbor's dogs over the weekend, and or like whenever they go out of town, because like they have like a weird second home somewhere else, so they leave sometimes. And they like one day I walked in there and one of their like I had to bring in the mail for them, and one of their packages were opened, and like there was no bite marks on it like from a dog. But it was open cleanly, like a person did it.
What the
like they ripped it from
fuck?
like the seam, and I was like, "That's weird."
Also illegal,
Then,
Mr. Ghost. I don't care if you're dead. Go to prison.
I'm gonna make sure all the doors are locked. You know, check around, make sure no one's like fucking with me or anything. Leave. A few days go by. Go back. Or I'm still checking on my dogs. Nothing's weird happened. And then one time, I go in, and all the furniture in the living room is turned around.
What?
The chairs and the couch are turned around.
I would just move out.
Yeah, no.
That little
no,
bitch is
thank you.
extra.
Yeah, and I that like
The chairs I
That's
get.
like-
How that motherfucker moved the couch? Why?
Do you think he broke a sweat? And he was like, oh, fuck, do I really want to be doing this?
He sat down on the couch for like 20 minutes.
I don't know if I want to be doing this. This is a lot of work.
What?
That's freaked me out so much that I won't, like, whenever I do watch for dogs now, I stay outside.
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't go in unless the dogs are with me. Because hopefully they'll bark at it if they see it, but like, I'm like, otherwise, I'm staying out.
Isn't it like a thing where, like, people who do believe in ghosts and spirits, like, I get it, because where does the energy go otherwise, isn't it? Like, where...
Yeah.
But the people who do believe commonly think that it takes a lot of energy for them to move stuff and, like, actively, you know, like, make that connection.
Yeah.
Into, like, physical objects and, like, kinetic energy, I guess. So, a fucking sofa? I still don't understand. I've heard and seen shit about, like, doors which are on hinges and, like, wooden chairs. But a fucking... Bro, you've been haunted by...
Whole ass couch.
Like, by He-Man. Fucking...
It's just, what's his name? Armstrong. He's just... He's
Stretch.
back. Yeah.
But like, I told my mom about it. I was like, you weren't in their house, were you, while I was gone? And she's like, no. Why? I'm like, the furniture's turned around. And she's like, oh.
What would you...
Well, that's scary.
See,
I'm like, yeah.
Send your whole mother back, though. And if it was like... If she said yes... Did you turn the sofa around? Yes. Fucking why, though? That's what I don't understand. Ghosts must be doing it to fuck with people. There's no purpose.
But like, I told my friends about it. They're like, oh, someone might just be messing with you. And I'm like, why would you move a whole ass couch? Like, why would you do...
It's not even that funny either. Like, it's not like anybody's like, haha, look at that, you moved my couch. Now I have to move it back and exert myself.
And like...
Making people work for dumb shit is one of the funniest things of all.
Like when you steal all my fuel in 7 Days to Die and tell me you didn't do it. Stupid.
Sounds like you deserve
and
that,
then you
though.
were like, no, I swear. And then like I like did some like detective work and found out you did, and you were like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, and you were like, why? No reason.
I was like, you son of a bitch. There's no point. Why do I feel like you're the type of guy to flip someone's furniture around?
No, definitely no, because
wait,
my dad would do shit like that.
Your dad came to my fucking state, went to my neighbor's house and flipped their furniture.
You say it like it's an extreme. I genuinely think that's something Lewis's dad would do if he didn't like somebody.
No, he would.
Like,
Nate, Sam, do you think that somebody casted a Santeria curse on you?
I don't think so, but my sister, this is my last paranormal story. She sent videos to the family group chat of her kids in their beds, and it happened to both my nephews. My first nephew door cracked open, and then a little orb of light flew in and like went around the room.
Oh, I played enough Phasmophobia. Spirit.
Yeah,
it's gotta be an Oni.
and it went into my youngest nephew's room. And, like, he was standing up in his bed, and he was, like, watching it as it moved.
ooh.
I like that.
I'm like, that's fucking creepy.
So,
It's fucking weird, though.
What do you call it? I remember sitting here. It wasn't scary, but I was pissed off. Alright? So it's 3 in the morning. I'm just sitting here, you know, just, like, on my phone, just, like, looking at shitty memes. And my window's closed, right? Because sometimes what happens is, like, my window will be open, and, like, wind will come in and fucking slam my door, right? The opposite happened. My window was closed. My door swung wide open, and I was like, oh, it's probably, like, my mother or son being pissed. I don't know. I walk up, and no one's there. My mom's asleep. I like go and I look, her window's not open, nothing. I go and look, checked all the windows, nothing's open. I'm like, some fucking demon or ghost just like swung my door open, like wide open.
Oh.
What an asshole! And I went to bed.
It's a bit fucking rude at that point.
A little bit rude.
Like people are always scared of shit like shit like that, like spirits and shit. Any interaction I've had with possible paranormal shit, I just get annoyed to fuck.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's literally...
you're literally dead. You have all the
You
time.
have all the time in the world. Jinx, you owe me a soda, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But like,
There's
as I've gotten older, that's my reaction now. Where I'm interested in like hauntings and stuff, like actually haunted buildings with history.
Yeah.
But
all the stuff like the actual possible legit like hauntings is very interesting.
yeah, there's so like going on tours of those like old like asylums and stuff.
Even
And
if
just,
you're a
like,
skeptic, it's exciting.
yeah, just giving respect to the buildings and history, but also knowing that there might still be attached energy to a certain building. That's cool.
I definitely think that energy is something that, like, even if it's not like a spirit or something, like, you can definitely feel the energy of like certain objects and stuff if somebody was like very close to them, or like it's a sentimental thing.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like you can feel it more than just like, oh, here's a plastic bin that just got made in the factory. Like, you can kind of feel the difference, but
Yeah.
maybe that's just our way of like projecting meaning onto something.
Like the whole sensations of like when a room gets cold and like you literally get like goosebumps and shit in a room where, I mean,
otherwise there's no explanation or something.
it could be a lot of things to do with your mind, but that's still something in your mind being triggered by where you are. To get a random sensation of just like cold all over your body,
I do remember one more story I have. Not necessarily paranormal, but more like alienish. But probably also explainable. I don't know. I was on a camping
David
trip.
got probed.
hell yeah, brother.
They took me up in their little spaceship and stuck their long ET fingers in my
This
butt.
is now time to talk about our sponsor, AdamandEve.com.
AdamandEve.com. You can find an ET long finger.
If you want to experience what David experienced, go to AdamandEve.com/LSD.
for long
David,
silver
before you go on,
dick.
can I talk about something real quick? It'll like take 2 seconds.
Alright,
Sure.
hold your thought, David.
There actually have been like reported cases of people like being abducted to have sex with aliens, and each time they come back with like a space STD and radiation poisoning.
Holy shit!
Do you think that's how aliens nut? It's just like a radiation blast.
I wonder.
That'd be... Oh...
Mashing
the
comb. Go!
what if they're passionate lovers, but whenever they bust, they have to ditch us because they realise our human bodies can't contain
It's like
radiation.
Twilight.
Hey yo, if I bust in Farmer Joe any longer, he's gonna melt.
Well, like that's the thing. Like it happened to a farmer, and they're like, "Why is a farmer radiated? Why does he have radiation poisoning? What the fuck?" Like,
That's so funny. My story is not as cool as getting fucked by anything, getting a weird STD, but I was on like a little camping trip, and there was like several people there, and we all like thought we saw. So it started off with somebody else pointing it out, and I started recording it. I still have the video. It's about 11 minutes long. And there was a star in the sky, and everyone was looking at it, and we all thought we were like just confused, or it was a trick of an eye. There was like a star that was shaking, like kind of just slightly moving back and forth, like very, very slightly, to the point where we didn't really know. And then after about like 3 or 4 minutes of just like seeing if it was doing anything, it actually just like started to like just fly in a straight line across the sky, and then it stopped like in its tracks and then moved back the other way, and I have a video of it, and it was freaky as fuck. So like I originally, like, I guess my thought was like that it could be like a lightning bug or whatever you call them, but I don't think they just stop in their tracks still.
yeah.
And it looked like very high up, so I was really confused about it, and I still have like a little video, so I'm gonna try and find it for y'all. But that's my experience with either A, tripping balls with no drugs, or B,
Aliens.
moving stars. Maybe a star got really pissed off with where it was and just left.
Mayhaps.
Yeah.
That always happens, you know.
Yeah.
It's what Fault in Our Stars is about.
I guess that is, yeah, Fault in Our Stars.
Fuck off, bro.
2 stars.
Yo,
are
I
like,
really
wow.
hope that there's someone in the 8 billion people on Earth that when the sun blows up or fucking whatever happens to it sometime in the very far future goes, Fault in Our Stars. Everyone
I doubt fucking John Green's got that much stability.
Remember that John Green book
across-
from 2,000 years ago, everyone? And then they get boiled to death.
John Green is kept alive like Walt Disney with his head
Oh,
in a container,
no.
and they wake him up for the end of the
No,
world when the
right.
sun blows up. He's like, I called it.
Gen Z will, because apparently Hank Green's like famous on TikTok now. He responds to like,
shit.
people just tag him, do you know, in any question they have. Like if somebody does something impressive, they'll tag Hank Green and he'll make a video on it, being like, yeah, this is the explanation, because he's like a science boy.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing, because one person was like, they tagged him, he got spam tagged in a video where it was somebody saying, if you imagine a banana in like a room in your head, like you picture it, where is that room? Where's the banana? And he made a video being like, I don't fucking know where the banana is. How am I meant to know?
I love that.
I think the Green
I love
Brothers do
people.
like crash course history and science videos, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we used
Dude,
to
that's
watch
how
those
people
in
got
high
through
school.
school.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Honestly, like, I'd pick anybody else in the entire world to do the videos, but I'm glad they do them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not paranormal, but this is on the conversation of religion, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be
Tapping the
scared
Catholicism
of...
again.
Well, I used to genuinely think, do you know that, like, all your family members, they almost got, like, heaven was like a cinema room where they get to watch your life.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, so when I was about,
Grandpa,
like, 10
look
years
away.
old, or, like, 11, when I started beating off, I used to cry afterwards, because I used to think that they'd have a front row, and they'd be forced to watch. That's
It's a
what
good thing
heaven
I
was.
didn't. It's a good thing I didn't have that thought because I fucked my couch when I was like.
I did all that afterwards, but like, bro,
You did what?
just the actual. Wait,
There's
have
a
you
very
not?
It's very convenient holes sometimes in couches.
Yeah, wait. Let's talk
Yeah.
about what inanimate objects or you have fucked.
Banana.
Yeah. Oh wait, you microwaved it though. That's even weird.
What?
Yeah, David, go on. Talk about your deprevices.
I think my mic fucked up.
Hold on,
But I
hold
said
on, hold
banana.
on. David, how many like inanimate objects have you fucked?
Dude, I've. Do you want to count? I couldn't really.
Because I'm at a crisp 0.
Yeah.
Probably above a dozen.
Come on, no, wait.
That's a lie, bro.
Don't
That is a
fucking
lie.
That's
What
not a
is
lie.
there to lie
It
about?
counts even if you wrapped like a fuzzy, comfortable blanket around.
What
I've
the
used
fuck?
like my hand. Like that's
Ew,
it.
wait.
What the fuck
See,
are you
that-
doing? That's gross.
That texture, David, sounds horrific. A
What about like a
comfortable
nice silky
blanket.
sheet?
I have
No, bro,
I
some of them
What
are-
about friction, bro?
I have next to no libido
pubes
as it
will
is,
get
but that
fucking
sounds like you're getting
staticky.
rug burn on that thing.
No, I thought you shaved your pubes, bro.
Train boys, what the fuck are you talking about? Getting caught in a blanket? Hello?
No, I said.
Do you get them pulled off when you roll over?
No, I said they get
Bro.
staticky.
When Lewis pulls his pants off, he static shocks people by accident.
He has to pry them off like Velcro.
No, I've never fucked an inanimate object in my life.
No, yeah.
Wait,
I'm not a freak.
That's wrong.
No, don't. You can't say that. Hello?
I'm not saying that that's a freak. It's just I've never done it.
You
See,
should
like,
remember.
I've also never
David,
done it.
yours was smarter. Because I remember there was a... I get what he means, do you know, where like sometimes you walk past something and there's like a perfect size hole and you're like,
What?
fuck that. And then you do it.
Like a toilet
don't do
paper
it
roll, and then
anymore,
it just
it's when
doesn't,
you're in
like, work
those-
right, you know?
Those horrific teen hormones, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
Like, I remember I had a
Memory
dining
foam.
chair, a wooden dining chair, that had like, it had like floral prints in swirl patterns engraved out of it. And there was one rose that had like a centerpiece missing. And I was like, I could fuck that. And then I did, but got hard whilst I was inside the rose and couldn't get my willy.
Dude, that's the struggle, bro.
I got stuck in a chair.
What if somebody came home and you were walking around and it was just dragging along?
So Sam, the only reason I'm not surprised about this is because I went on the school bus. And,
Oh, you told me about
Wait.
this, bro.
I rode the school bus too, like all my life, and this never happened.
did you sit in the back?
No.
Yeah.
Did you live in a predominantly white neighborhood?
Yeah.
Us whiteys love making pocket pussies out of
okay.
bus chairs.
Oh,
See-
is this the story where... Go on.
So I used to ride a bus that was mostly like kids in the projects and stuff, and like the worst thing I saw there was one day I went sitting back of the bus, and the girl sat across from me, took out a crack pipe, and I was like, man, it's rough.
My God.
I feel bad. Also had a dude pull out a box knife on the bus, on the school bus, on the big yellow.
Bruh.
Like, come on, bro. He was gonna stab someone off the bus. It was bad. Like, where the high school I went to was bad. But
Good Lord.
yeah, like I had that happen and stuff. But then I went on a different bus because we had to like merge buses. And it was like the white neighborhood nearby merged with our neighborhood, and I went in the back of the bus, you know, as usual, just sat back there, and across from me these two white kids were just like just like, you know, rubbing their hands together like today's the day.
Like white kids do.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are they doing? And I look over, one has like a little like hunting knife, and he's just like cutting into the seat, and I'm like, what's he doing? Is this more drug shit? And then like I just see this man pull his weenie out and boop into the seat.
What
And
the
this
hell?
boy joined him, and they were fucking the back of the seat. And I don't get it. But that's what happened. And all that taught me is that white people are just built different.
Clearly, if
all the
you're
time.
willing to fuck a seat, like, listen, my libido has never been high, so like I've
the
never
same
had
for
like
me.
the urge to like, oh, I'm gonna fuck an inanimate object. I've never had that urge.
Yeah. Like I'll
I don't
I'll
know,
schmeat,
bro.
but like it's just to get the job done.
Do you guys ever just get... I mean, like... Oh, wrong.
What?
I don't think you guys grew up in the same, like...
Oh,
Is Discord okay?
Oh, Discord's fucking up.
There we go. Are we good now?
I think we're good.
Saul?
Oh, Saul's dead.
Saul's dead.
Saul's dead.
I'm gonna have to stop in a sec. But I don't know, bro. Like, I guess I just always had like a little boner going on all the time, and then I
Like
just
still?
oh shit. Not right now.
Are you sure?
Might be when I stand up. I don't know. Like, you know, it happens sometimes, and you know, most boners you just ignore. But sometimes you're like, wait, there's a hole there.
There's a hole. And then what do you do with the hole?
It depends. Depends on how desperate you are. It depends on how many springs and wooden splinters are inside that couch. And you know? Anyway.
I don't.
It only happened when I was like 11 or 12 or 13 or 14 or maybe 15.
You told us you couldn't count how many times. Like that worries me.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, I thought it was a normal part of growing up.
I mean, it depends. Like how high your sex drive was. Like,
Now I just don't care enough. And I just, every time I get a boner, I cry.
yeah, like me and Sam were like, all right.
Boner time, might as well just play Minecraft and ignore it.
But it's not
No,
even
it
that.
just
It's like,
It doesn't happen that often.
no, yeah, it's like,
Huh.
it'll be like months in between. Like,
Yeah.
Huh.
yeah.
Hey, Saul,
What's up?
Hey, he's back.
how often do you get boners?
See, genuinely, because I'm on antidepressants now. See, it's weird. I used to get them so fucking often it was annoying. Like, it used to hurt. I had like, a problem. But bro, teenage years for guys are fucking awful for that. That's why I was like, I'll never shame you for fucking inanimate objects, but you did microwave something, so that is weird.
I've heard people doing that with like pies.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
No.
And watermelons.
Like, no.
Yeah,
You
watermelon
don't-
too.
See, Saul, I've told you too many things about my penis, and now I regret them forever.
No, fuck that.
No, you're fine.
People should be open about that shit, because
No,
it's
yeah,
like,
No,
it's
no,
almost
I
like
am, I am
it's
with
almost like
most
a
people,
demon,
just
though.
you.
Like, well, no, you sent me pictures, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Me and Saul are the only people in this group who have seen even a sliver of each other's penis.
That's not correct. I sent, I think it was last week, I sent mine, and did I send David's? And then I deleted it, because I didn't want any of them to see it.
Oh, we did
Where'd
see
you
your
send
shadow
them?
peepees.
I did the shadow one, you did the horrific art
Oh yeah, that art
project
project. Yeah.
yeah.
It was like a Windows desktop background.
But no, I think people should be more open just in general for, like, just
I
talking
agree.
about shit. Because,
I
like,
agree. I mean, we just talked about fucking couches on a podcast for about 20
yeah,
minutes.
but one of our main, all people really do is fuck. Or, like, work up to fucking. Tinder's literally a thing now. Fucking
Yeah.
all the other shit is like, they're pretty much apps, because humans are weird creatures that just bone.
Yeah. Like rabbits.
So, like, yeah. I do find it a bit disturbing that it happens so young. Like, I think puberty should be kicked back to, like, 20 or some shit.
Yeah.
Because when people are just
I think I
trying to
got
fuck
lucky 'cause
everything.
around puberty, that was like my lowest. I've only gotten hornier as I gotten older.
That,
Really?
it might be a chemical thing, that, though. Because that
Yeah,
don't
no,
sound
it is.
normal.
I just started growing chest hair.
It's just a chemical like difference. Like
Anyway, moving on.
also I think I was just too stressed to like even want to like think about that stuff. Like when I was
Yeah,
younger.
I'm in that now where, like, put on top meds, it's like, bro,
Oh no.
I've been trying to get hard, it's like a 20-minute ordeal. God bless it.
Yeah, like it's like to the point now where I'm like, I don't what's a boner?
I'm actually jealous.
What do you
A little
mean?
bit. I'm where Saul was, where I get them to the point where it's annoying.
What? I got that when I was like 15, man. No, you're a working man now.
like
This
it.
can't happen.
I like it. You'll wake up with a
Oh
a
yeah, that's
chubber, and you're
normal,
like,
though.
bro, and then like you'll, like be sitting there trying to do some work, and it's like, what's good, bro? What are we doing today? And I'm like, I slap the shit out of it.
I used to get that a lot when I played The
It's like
Sims.
the sim with the huge dumpy.
'Cause I used to make. No, but I used to make myself in The Sims, and I was like, I can do shit that I wouldn't normally do. So I'd just knock on people's doors, and then within 4 minutes be fucking someone.
Jesus Christ.
And their oven would light on fire, and their
I
baby would
think
run
for
out in
someone
traffic,
who's
and
not-
you'd be
Yeah.
like, no.
I am the most interested in like fetishes and shit like that. It is so like interesting, like the thought.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm kind of
I
there with you, because like whenever I see like porn, it's always the weirdest shit I can find because it's funny to me. Like,
That's
Uh,
actually interesting, because when
Yeah,
like I'm interested, like when I'll like Lewis used to send me so much fucking weird shit. Like he went through a phase of like being shown a bunch of vor pictures,
I'd be like, look at this.
and he'd just send them me on Discord.
oh my god.
he did that to me up until he found
Yeah,
out
I just
that
stopped
I
the moment
dated someone
I-
who wanted to, like, who was into vor.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he increased
was-
his load.
No, I
I thought you
waited.
increased the
I like had
load
a
of
stockpile.
vor
Like,
images.
once like the post trauma of it, because that was at the time like you were dating her. Like once it was over,
Yeah.
and you moved on. Fucking, I took like the fucking 50 gigabytes or whatever that I like fucking had, like bam, right on your ass.
Can we talk about how you have 50 gigabytes of war porn saved up?
No, because they'll get arrested. I think that might be illegal somewhere. Let's skip past it.
It's illegal in like it's illegal in like Kenya. I don't fucking know. They have weird laws.
But like, that interests me more though. The fact that like, wait, so Sam, what shit have you seen? It's like,
So most of it's like there's a lot of it that's just like funny like reactions. Like there's one where, like,
what
this
the
guy
acting
walks in
bits.
on like his sister and he's like, "Hey, you guys want some hot pockets?" And no one wants your fucking hot pockets. And then there's another one.
Yeah.
I gotta share this one because it's very weird. It's this girl who goes to a doctor's office and she's like, "I got a neck ache." And he's like, "I'll check it out." And he like moves her hair and there's a vagina on the back of her neck.
what?
Yo, that's badass.
And he puts his dick in it and it comes out her mouth. And
Oh no!
That's so cool.
Jail.
That's actually really
Jail.
cool. What the fuck?
Can I just say my favorite?
I
my
want to
favorite
see that.
Porn,
I'll look it
my
up.
favorite porn plot.
My
Do you guys know
favorite.
those, like,
Oh shit!
like-
go on.
do you guys know like this like just it's real quick, just like those butt fleshlights, like they're just like a little like plastic butt.
Yeah.
So I watched one where this guy left one on his bed. He's like real excited to try this, and then he runs out of the room, and his stepsister was standing under a lamp in his room, and she runs over and puts the blanket over herself to look like the butt, and he's like, "Damn, this got more realistic."
What?
Bruh.
Oh no! That's some Sierra Burgess bullshit. That's
Have you guys ever seen like quicksand porn?
you
the
spoke
fuck?
about this years ago, and it still terrifies me.
It is terrifying. It is the concept of a woman drowning in quicksand and people schmeat to that.
Or a man, guys. Don't cancel the podcast.
Yeah,
It
that's
can
fair.
be anyone
Men-
drowning
It
in
can just be anyone.
quicksand. But I remember seeing a video where, I mean, it's obviously like, you know, it's actors and it's somebody. It's still shitty porn acting even when somebody's drowning.
Help! I'm fucking dying. Oh.
But it's like,
Help, I'm stuck in the washing machine.
it's some of the most disturbing shit where it's
It's very
literally somebody
depraved.
going, "Oh no, help me, I can't get out," but they're sinking, and you're like, "Wait, hold up, no, somebody actually
It's
help."
just, it's weird to think that that's actually somebody who got paid to go do that and sat there on set. And
I mean,
like,
so that it's even weirder that must be a demand. There must be a demand for people who are
do you think they get messages like, "Hello, can you do this, please?"
drown for me, baby. No, you asked favorite plot. I spoke about this literally like 2 days ago.
I found
it's
that video
still-
instantly.
Oh, it's so funny, isn't it?
It's so good.
It's two people sitting on a bench, like two porn actors, and it's them just sitting on a bench, just like enjoying the sun, and they literally, this is their dialogue where they go, "Wow, it's such a wonderful day. Yeah, it is. God, I love the sun. Yeah, I mean, I love our lemon trees. They're growing so fresh and fruitful. Yeah."
Wait. So hold up.
Yeah.
I'm good. Let's make this more
Did you find it?
immersive.
Okay.
Hold up. I'm sending you the script.
Oh, wait, is this the script?
Oh my god.
Who do you want to be? I'll be the man because my voice is fucked.
Yeah, I'll be the girl. All right.
Okay.
So it just starts off. You know, this
Is there a
is
third
basking.
character, or is it just two?
Hmm?
Third
There
character,
is
or
a-
is it just two?
There is a third character. We're not gonna get into it.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay,
But it's us. It's me and Lewis. Lewis is sitting on top of me.
Yeah,
We're
I'm-
chilling on a public bench. The sun's basking. We're in our garden. We're
Yeah.
rich as well, so.
We're rich as fuck.
And white.
I'm Asian for some reason.
Oh shit!
But she's
Diversity.
Asian. Yeah. But yeah. I'm just sitting there basking in the sun, and I look to Saul, and I'm like, I'm so glad. I'm so glad our lemon tree finally grew
Me too.
and spreaded fruitful lemony lemons.
I know. Me too. I mean, imagine we can make lemonade, key lemon pie, lemon meringue pie.
I think it's the most valuable property that we have.
I do agree. I think we should go to the bank and get a loan. Actually, I think we should just get lemon tree insurance, just in case.
You know, I think you're right.
Then in the background, you see a random miscellaneous woman picking lemons off a tree. And then get a loan, and then use the lemon tree as collateral. Because now it's insured. I mean, I do truly love our lemon tree.
Just imagine a life full of lemons.
I know,
Lemon trees.
and all our beautiful lemons. There's
Endless possibilities.
The person in the background's continuing to pick from the tree.
Lemons.
Endless possibilities, yeah. They're so beautiful.
I wish I were a lemon.
You wish you were a lemon? If you were a lemon, I'd put you on my shelf and I'd cherish you. I'd cherish you like all our lemons.
That's so beautiful.
I try.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I only hope that the whores aren't You know, those naughty lemon whores always steal lemons.
We do have a couple of those lemon whores in this community.
Those damn lemon stealing
How is that an
whores.
issue?
I hate them because now no one will take our prized lemons from us.
Hey, has it been about 10 seconds since we last looked at our lemon tree?
Wait, it has been about 10 seconds till we last looked at our lemon tree.
Gosh.
Are you guys bullshitting or is this completely real?
We now both turn to our lemon tree to see the lemon whore stealing the lemons from our great lemon tree and shoving them up her vagina.
What?
Hey!
Hey, what the fuck? And then we run, and then end scene.
What
What
the
happens
hell?
after that?
Well, they fuck. They
Yeah,
fuck the lemon whore.
Oh, why? Is it like punishment or is it kind of cute?
I don't know. I haven't actually watched the porn, but that's what I mean about. That was
Damn.
my acknowledgement, and I sent it Lewis. I don't know if I was the first time you heard about that,
Isn't
but
it?
That was the first time I heard about that. It is one of the funniest.
have you
like,
watched it?
things.
Like the scene.
I watched it like up to the part.
Do you have the link, Lewis?
Yo, hold up.
Yeah, send it in chat. I want to watch it after.
You know?
Porn has always been like a little bit creepy, hasn't it?
I think, well, yeah, just in general it's creepy, but that, I do think a lot of them are very, like, this is why they do these dumb, like, this is definitely, they knew it was stupid, with the dialogue of, like, it has been about 10 seconds since we looked at our lemon tree.
Yeah, and it's not like you like wouldn't just immediately turn around.
Oh, it's so funny, though. They literally scream, like, hey, what the fuck? And then charge this woman.
It goes from like this corny, like, oh, I love this lemon tree, to they turn around and the girl's like, hey, and the dude's like, hey, what the fuck? And they run towards her.
But there was that.
Oh, goddamn.
And then
Wow.
there was the classic gay porn where two people were fucking in the kitchen, and then a woman walked in and started eating a salad, and then she speaks to them, she catches on and goes, hey, are you guys fucking right in front of my salad?
Well, technically, she put her salad down in front of two men fucking, so it's kind of her fault.
That's true, okay.
Right in front of my
It's
salad.
really-
There was one.
Right in front of my salad?
There's one. It was like two people hanging out, and they're just having a conversation, and the guy just like cuts her off and puts his like 4 fingers into her mouth, and then they just start fucking.
Wait, what?
It works like that. What a dangerous ideology to
That
put in
easy.
people's heads.
Ew.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when the pizza delivery guy puts his dick through the pizza and he's like,
Oh,
"You want
yeah.
extra sausage with that?"
That's a classic. I love that one.
Classic.
Do you know what else is classic? Ending the podcast.
That is right.
What the fuck?
Do you guys think he cut a hole in the cardboard of the pizza box before he came in the house, or do you think he just stuck his dick really hard through the pizza box?
I
really
think
hard
it was
through
just that hard. Yeah. Spearheaded.
let's cut it off here because Sam's gonna have a lot to edit.
Yeah,
sorry, Sam.
it's already an hour and a
Not
half.
really.
I mean, we don't want another like almost 2 hour one. Not that was bad, but like that's a lot. Like
Yeah.
for a listener as well.
Got to split it into
Oh.
part 2 when it's like that, I guess.
Yeah.
And then
If
separate
you split it
across
into
the
2
week.
parts, then we won't have to record as much.
But if we split it
no,
into 2
that's-
parts, then it would just pick up from like some random like
Yeah, no, I
jumping
just
off
mean like
point. What the fuck?
we could do the second part like 3 days after or some shit.
Just do it the next day or the day after.
No, because then what's the point in that, David? Hello?
Yeah.
And then
We
the
gotta
next
separate
day,
them.
And then the next day, and then the next day.
The problem is,
Bro,
like,
what-
it needs to be like sometime apart. But even if you do make it sometime apart, like, it's still a weird jumping off point for people who listen on the day. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. All right. Well, let's end this one. How about
All
that?
right. Yeah. Where can
Hell
where
yeah.
Can you,
I'm actually.
Woo! The baby.
Where can you all be found
The baby.
online?
I would have shit my pants. I
That's
gotta go.
not a social media.
That is not.
You guys can find me on Twitter at the Sonic Flame. Don't really go by that very much anymore. Kind of an old alias.
David
However,
O'Hanlon
that's
on IMDb.
on IMDb. Or if you want to find me on Instagram, I think it's Uncle Buckle _ the symbol. So Uncle Buckle _ That's real cool of me. Yeah, it's still that. So that's where I'm at. Goodbye.
Bye.
He just shat his pants.
He definitely did.
Or Lewis or Saul, whichever wants to go next.
I'll go last. I'm the guest.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
the guest. Well, you can find me on Twitch at x_Ali_X. Twitter, I am XOllyX, Ollie with 2 eyes, going to fistfight Twitter. I'm starting to mess around and try to make content. It's slow
Oh,
because I
damn.
don't know what I'm doing. But yeah. Also, if you want to see content I do make, that's not just me talking. You can look up the Con Save on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I think Instagram. All in those. It's tabletop RPG shit. It's pretty good. But those are my stuff.
All right, Saul.
I am Jessesse White on everything. JSESSE _ and then white as in the tint white. I was corrected when I said colour,
Oh,
and I got a hateful message on Discord.
who sent you a message
Somebody-
about that?
I'll keep them anonymous, but they know who they are.
Okay.
And it really it just annoyed me more than anything.
What is?
So, like the tint white.
You called me like crying.
I did.
It was bad.
It was a bad time. It was early in the morning. It was
I hope
not-
whoever
I think it
wrote
was-
that just knows like that they.
I hope they
absolutely-
die on the
Yeah, like
spot.
they ruined your day. Like
Yeah,
that's
it
fucked
was
up,
awful.
dude.
But yeah, I'm just Jessesse White on everything: Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. This is all I've really got going for me. So I'd love being a guest on this podcast. I hope I'm a guest in the future sometime.
We might try to fit you in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might get lucky.
What about you, Sam?
I'm just Face Guy FASEGUY on all platforms. Yeah, that simple.
Wait, are you the guy who does Smash Bros?
Listen here, you little